To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy, the Dean. Had to tap in on this game, man. Listen, guys, your boy Shannon. Man. Guys, you know what? I always say to you guys out there, listen, man. This is why business needs to be held on the back end. Now, if y'all don't know what's going on, Shannon's getting basically extorted for a lot of money, 50 million, excuse me, based upon what happened. So he called a woman name. I'm not gonna say her name, but so he was messing with an OnlyFans chick. She's supposed to be like 19 years old. And what apparently happened was to set all this off, if y'all remember, Shannon got allegedly caught. You remember that video where he was smashing and it was noise, you know, he was smashing some chick and all of a sudden he didn't mean to put out the information and he got caught up in the information. And then all of a sudden, now he's getting extorted. So what happened allegedly was when he did that video months ago where you just hear the audio of him smashing, he was supposedly dating that 19-year-old. And what happened was, I guess that's the thing that broke them up. And now it seems like she's trying to store them for money. So guys, let's talk about this and let's talk about why game is so important. All right, so gentlemen, the first thing that y'all have to know and have an understanding is when you have money, and guys, and we all are gonna come into money. A lot of y'all, some of y'all are gonna do some things come in money. So when you're messing with a certain kind of woman, you gotta have what we call an understanding that, listen, you know what, I'm not trying to mess up your life, and you know, I'm not here to have you mess up mine. What we do on the back end is what we do, right? I mean, that's just something that we have to discuss. But all business should be held on the back end. See, guys, I think if there wasn't that audio clip months ago, there wouldn't be this right now. Now she's getting at him. Now she's trying to extort him. And all of a sudden now he's trying to clap back at her. And what I'm saying in all of this to all you young men out there, this is why you have to be careful. First off, if you have this kind of game and you're a major guy like Shannon, one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to mess with women that's on the internet. You want to have women that are quietly behind the scenes. And if you have someone quietly behind the scenes, you know, it won't happen as much. Because again, like, okay, look, Shannon is in his late 40s, 50s, and 19 is legal, so we can't knock him for smashing a 19-year-old. But you guys have to understand, when you got them at 19, 20, 21, they're still trying to mature, and it's hard for them sometimes to process information to understand that, you know what, this is what we're doing and this is what we are. You know, this is an understanding that we have to have. So I'm not going to look at the age thing. What I'm looking at is the game side of this. The game side of this is that if there was a relationship, he should have never had one with her in the first place. He should have had more of an understanding. And that's why I always tell y'all guys, if you want to have and see other women, what's very important is to have more of an understanding that this is what I'm going to do and this is what we are. But apparently, that once that audio came out with him smashing those other women, it seemed like she got mad, she got angry and upset. And then all of a sudden, she's trying to get back on him, trying to extort him for money. Now, you have to understand, the age plays a role. Maturity plays a role in this. You want women that are mature, that can handle that, you know what, we're just smashing. But what happened is he's dealing with someone that's a celebrity. He's kind of like a celebrity. So she feels that, you know, this is a relationship. And this is why I keep telling y'all, if you're going to have multiple women, don't push relationships with them. Push to them that, you know what, listen, this is who I am. This is what we're going to be. And are you going to accept those terms? Now, if she accepted the terms, like it seemed like she was going to accept the terms, then there shouldn't be a problem here. But that's what I'm saying, guys. Don't make it about your money. You got to keep everything on the back end and keep things quiet. All business, hey guys, for all my guys, listen, all business is handled on the back end. Now all this extortion, now Shannon's got to sit here and come out, and now he's got to take the offensive, and then he outed her name. Like, whoa, who is this chick? Now again, I'm not gonna say her name or show any pictures of her, but this is a Shannon Sharpe issue that a lot of you guys can actually prevent if you guys make sure when you're talking and you're interacting with a woman, you let her know from the get-go, because I know y'all want to see and mess around with other women. Got to play the game right. You know my situation, right? You know my situation. So do you want to handle the terms? Because if you're not the only woman I'm seeing, we need to come with an understanding that, look, I'm going to be seeing other women and you're going to be seeing other men. But I think because Shannon doesn't have that level of game, he do what a lot of athletes do, is he lies to women. See, guys, this is why we tell you, don't lie, don't manipulate, don't play games. Because if you lie, manipulate, and play games, then they're going to want to get some get back, because they're going to feel like, oh my God, why you wasn't honest with me. And I felt like I was used. And that's how it seemed like it's going with her. And that's why it seems like she's trying to turn around and extort him for some money. And that's why we always say, guys, in the game, make sure you keep it 100. If you keep it 100 with her and you let her know what the deal is, and you don't sit around and play any kind of games with her, then it's at that point she's going to have an understanding. But I think the big issue with all of this is that she's got her feeling. I think she's in her feelings right now. But she gets with somebody that tried to extort Jay-Z out of his money, trying to do that. And again, I'm glad he's fighting back. But you guys, I don't want you guys in this situation. I don't want you in a situation where you got to fight back. And I definitely don't want you in a situation where a woman's trying to extort you for something. Gentlemen, that's why it's important in the game. You let women know exactly what the deal is. This is who I am. This is what we're going to be. Are you going to accept those terms? Because if you can't accept those terms, I can't mess with you. And that's what I think the problem is. The problem is that they went on the offensive now, trying to, put him out there and all this other stuff. But I don't think it was abuse when it was more about dominance. We don't believe in abuse, and that's just hearsay. And I don't want to talk on the abuse part, because that's not fair for Shannon Sharpe. If he did or didn't, we don't know if he did it, but I don't want to talk about the abuse or the things that were alleged. There was a lot of things that were alleged in all this. But what I'm saying to y'all guys out here, to keep you out of these problems and situations, is always let them know that you're not the only one. And if you cannot handle that, then there's no relationship. Had he did that, he would have been fine. But a lot of guys want to lie to women and say, yeah, baby, you're the only one, and make them feel like these things. And then they get mad when they get blowback. Now, it's not right. It's not right for someone to accuse someone of things that she's accusing them of. But we don't know the facts. So I'm not going to sit here and say it's true on her end, it's lies on his end, or his truth. We don't do that here. We get all the facts first. Once we get the facts and know what's going on, then we'll know. But there's a lot more coming down with this. But guys, I want to know what you think about this. What would you do? If you met a woman, are you going to tell her what the deal is? Are you going to let her know that there are other women? Or are you going to just kind of hide it, get busted, and then get in these extortion situations? Like I say, Shannon is about to, I guess I heard he's about to make some money. But you remember, some companies don't want to deal with drama and issues. They want things like that under the rug and taken care of. But guys, I want to know what you think about this. What do you think about this? Do you think Shannon did do it? Do you think this woman's trying to extort him for money? Because it sounds like it's an extortion thing where it's out of anger for what happened. But guys, I want to know what you think, man. Holla at your boy, it's the Dean. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But there's more to come because this is far from over. Oh my God, this is far from over. But we're going to spit it and twist it and tie it into the game so you guys don't have the problems that he's having, okay? I'm your boy, Dean, man, and we'll talk to you later.